To read those books. Have you ever tried to use a reading digital platform?
I'm loving it. I'm loving meeting everyone from different backgrounds, different cultures, different languages. Lots of people speak 3 or 4 languages. It's really interesting to hear where they've learned them, how they use them, how they feel using them. Yeah, it's really great to meet everyone.
Honestly, it was truly amazing to hear about other experiences, talk about different point of views, compare our different fields of study. So yeah, it was truly an amazing experience, and I'm so glad to be a part of it.
I've been involved in other Utopia activities in the past, and I've always had really good experiences. So I was really eager to join this one, and it was on multilingualism and cultural diversity.
For me, this was my first Utopia experience. I've been engaged in other kind of student international conferences, but not as this, which is very expert related and stuff like that. Like, we're receiving many speeches from experts, and it was like something I have not had the chance so far to explore, as in I don't really do linguistics in my degree, so it was like the perfect chance, and also because it was in Brussels.
Obviously, we've bonded over our language experiences, and that is something that ties us together, but we are all very different people from very different places, and not everyone is from a linguistic background. We study linguistics, but I've met people in economics and computer science as well. So discussing culture with people who don't always talk about culture like we do has been really interesting. Yeah.
I'm also coming from a different field of study. I'm in law, but I wanted to come here because languages is also tied to law, especially in translating international norms. So I wanted to come and see how it translates and how it is in this linguistic dynamic.
The fact that they're studying different subjects and disciplines, it makes it so much more difficult than usually project that I'm doing with only engineers and designers. And even communication is different, and that's what makes it the most interesting. Even for later, it will always be useful because you won't always work with people from the same fields, and it's quite fun, to be honest.
You get to see many different perspectives which you wouldn't be seeing otherwise. Also, like age-wise, because we are not all from the same age. Like, there are some people who are doing their PhD, masters, or us, the undergraduate. So I think you also get to see these different perspectives, people who come from very different backgrounds, and that just contributes to enrich the final project.
Everyone that comes here comes with an open mind and very willing to meet people from all around Europe and the world. And yeah, it's what Javi said. It's like, for me, the best part was getting to know their background. Where are they from? Most people have moved at some point in their lives, so to see how they have handled different languages in different contexts. And I feel like I could relate to many of them that I just met like 2 days ago. And also we had like commonalities, like language commonalities with many of them. Like with one girl I could speak Spanish, with the other German and stuff like that.
Everyone's got their own stories that they can relate to the topics that we're working on, and it's great to see how one experience can be very similar but also very different to someone else's, and how we're combining those ideas.
We were saying, as like in my group project, we were saying we've actually really enjoyed kind of talking to each other in just more general senses, and the way that we can the way we're just having quite casual chats about our experiences actually is helping towards what we kind of want to speak about in the group project. So I feel like that takes away the pressure, because it feels a lot more like you're just kind of getting to know people rather than actually working towards something. But I think ultimately that probably makes it a bit better.
For me, I take with me mostly like one of the activities we've had in which people like shared their experiences, and it was like an entire hour of like us talking about our experiences, and like it made me realize of like the very different realities that like there are out there, and also like made me more like hyper aware. Like a lot of the times we take for granted like the way we've been brought up and like our multilingualism or whatever. And it made me realize that like how special that is and how enriching that can be.
For me, I think that it was like the passion that some people, professionals as well as students, are bringing to this conversation, how they really are dedicated to the study of linguistics, and also like the feeling I've had that even being really different from other people and coming from very different places, you do share certain emotions that we have related to language or how we feel about certain things, even if our lives have been completely different. We do share these kind of things, which is pretty amazing.
It made me feel like we were all coming from a big same university, because we were all discussing, but I felt like we were coming from the same place, and it like erased the borders that were between us, and I truly enjoyed it, and I feel like I would definitely join other events if I can.